the World 2020 champions India.
Another World Cup, same story. The Indian cricket team raised hopes only to see their campaign disintegrate with a whimper against England in the semi-final. A team full of match winners, high-quality individual players, experienced T20 campaigners, but a global trophy remains elusive. On Thursday, whatever could go wrong went wrong. Rohit Sharma and co as they succumbed to an abject defeat in Adelaide, exiting the T20 World Cup in a disappointing fashion. Yet another failed campaign at an ICC event will force the team management to conduct a post-mortem like in the past, but this time they will have to take some brave and harsh decisions to set the pathway for the future. Here are 5 takeaways from this campaign. Required a new opening pair. 7 for 1, 11 for 1, 23 for 1, 11 for 1, 27 for 1 and 9 for 1. 6 failures in a row from KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma. A team hoping to dominate the world cannot afford so many failures and at such an alarming consistency. The Indian opening pair seems formidable on paper, but it crashed and burned in Australia. There was a lot of noise around change in template, but for that to happen, you need the right tools. Not once did they manage to last 4 overs on the pitch together. Every time the middle order had to come to India's rescue, even the criticized Pakistan's opening duo of Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam came good twice in crunch games, including a century stand in the semi-finals against New Zealand. On the other hand, Alex Hales and Josh Buttler, the English opening pair, put up masterclass on how openers should bat. The Indian team management has to move on from Rohit and Rahul for good. The next World Cup is still 2 years away, plenty of time to groom youngsters into the role. Kohli remains the fulcrum. There were murmurs when Virat Kohli was struggling regarding whether he deserves a spot in India's T20I 11. With 4 half-centuries in 6 innings, he has shut those discussions for good. Critics might still point out his scoring rate, but considering the situation, he has often found himself walking inside the power play, trying to lead a recovery and ensuring the batting doesn't collapse. He's required in his lineup more than ever to add an assuredness and give others who can play freely without worrying about wickets falling at the other end. Give Pandya the captaincy. He's bowling at full pelt. His batting was never in question. He has proven his captaincy credentials by winning the IPL title with a debutant franchise. What more Hardik Pandya should do to get the top job? India moved on from Kohli to Rohit in hopes of landing an ICC title after years of wait. It is likely that Rohit might not be around, at least in T20Is, when the next T20 World Cup will be played, considering the current captain will be in his late 30s. Pandya will only get better. Give him time to grow into the role, win the confidence of the players and let him build his own team. Needed a dependable spinners. Ravichandran Ashwin did an admirable job at the World Cup, but it seemed that the Indian team management want to move on from the senior bowler. Why else would they not include him in either of their white ball squads for the upcoming tour of New Zealand and Bangladesh? Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav have been reunited, and hopefully the duo will get an extended run before being separated again. Strangely enough, the young Ravi Bishnoi hasn't found a place in either of the white ball squads as well. Jadeja and Bumrah indispensable. It was unfortunate that 2 of their biggest names got injured so close to the World Cup. All-rounder Ravindra Jadeja and pace ace Jasprit Bumrah both got injured and were ruled out of the entire tournament. While Bumrah's replacement is nearly impossible to find, it was thought that Akshar Patel might fill in for Jadeja to an extent. While Mohammad Shami, who was promoted in the main squad from travelling reserves to fill in the big hole left by Bumrah's absence, did reasonably well, Akshar had a forgettable tournament. He managed 9 runs from 3 innings and bowled just 13.2 overs in 5 matches, taking 3 wickets in them. Keeping in mind and another World Cup next year, the BCCI will have to manage the workload of both Bumrah and Jadeja even more carefully, since they regularly feature in all 3 formats. Not to forget, they are indispensable to their respective franchises in the IPL as well.